Hey, welcome back to the show. Neural DSP have just brought out an amazing update for the quad cortex and the Nano, and it really gives us the ability to get these flawless captures. It no longer just goes through the quad cortex or the Nano. You can still do it that way, but now the captures go through the Cortex Control app on your desktop, and it sends them away and they just come back and they're absolutely flawless. It's blown me away. I've just done a few captures today and they're absolutely amazing. I cannot sonically tell the difference. It's absolutely insane. So it got me thinking, what is one of the greatest metal tones out there? And to me, it really is the Black Album. The guitar sound on that is just so heavy. It's full of mids, but it's got that real metal cutting sound. So just quickly to explain my signal and the chain and everything I'm using, it starts with my ESP LTD Alexi 600. There's an EMG 81 on the bridge with that. That then is going to the Master Effects Nerve Agent pedal, where I'm just sending a little bit of a mid boost that's going into the front of the Mesa Boogie Mark V. This is in 2C+ mode, and I'm just using this lower bank here that you can just see. The sliders are set, and the effects send on this amp is going through the Master Effects Puppet Master EQ, where I'm just scooping a little bit of mids, boosting some bass. The treble's very low, and then that's going into the Origin Effects Cali 76 compressor, where I'm just adding a little bit of crunch on top of that, and then into the Fortin Zool Plus noise gate, where I'm just utilizing the key in key through feature, and it's also going through the loop, sending the last bit of signal back to the return in of the Marshall DSL, and then that signal from there is being sent to the Reload 2, where I'm outputting two mono signals to my Focusrite Claret audio interface into Logic, where I'm using Genome software with a Dave Mustaine Mega Stack on one side with V30s inside, and a Marshall Brit C vintage speaker on the other, and it sounds just like the two I've got in the room. So that's the sound that we've got. It sounds absolutely immense in the room. I just really wanted to get a capture that we can have on the quad cortex that you can play it live or you can play it to record. You can do whatever you want with, but it just sounds amazing however you want to do it. And as far as slaving the Boogie through the Marshall, I'm just utilizing the preamp from the Boogie, but the output from that is going into the 2 Notes Torpedo Captor X just over there. It's just sitting there silently, just absorbing any sort of load that might be coming out of it. But it's an absolutely epic tone, one of my favorites I've ever dialed. So from here, I haven't even connected the quad cortex or anything to this signal. I'm just going to hook it up and we'll just see exactly how this capture compares. Alright, so all we do is we open the Cortex Control app, brings it up on the desktop. The quad cortex is just connected via USB to the computer here. We'll just see what happens. If we go up to these three dots, new neural capture, and the old capture version 1 is just the standard quad cortex or nano cortex, the way that the internal computer does it. But if we go to the capture 2, we'll just call this one black. So the capture's finished and I can just set it now in the A/B test. Every 6 seconds it's just going to swap over, so you can just continuously play and just sort of A and B it on the fly, but we'll just do that. There's going to be a massive bit of ground loop noise when it does get to the reference, because there was before, but all that aside, let's just see how it goes. And that's a pretty awesome capture there. Apart from that ground loop noise, I really couldn't sonically pick the difference at all between those two. But that capture is going to be up on the Cortex cloud later. I'll make a few subtle variations just so that there might be a little bit more mid scooping in others or slightly bit more bass in others, but even a lead solo tone on top of that. But guys, I really hope you enjoyed that video. I'm so stoked that Neural DSP just keeps supporting their products that they've sold. They're not just bringing out Mark II variations of the Quad Cortex or anything like that. They're just bringing out these software upgrades, and they're absolutely amazing, and it's even better reason to get one. But look, hope you enjoyed the video and take care. I'll see you later.